Hi everyone, it's Chrissy. This time for our Inside Congress, I thought I would try my best to explain one of the more unique processes that happens in Congress with respect to votes. In the House, there is a rarely used procedure called a privileged motion. It's a process by which any one member of Congress can force everyone else to vote on a certain issue without going through the standard committee process. In order to pass, most bills require a simple majority, 50% plus one. For privileged motions, the bar is higher. Passing a privileged motion requires 2/3 of those voting to vote yes. This procedure was utilized this past week by Robert Garcia, a Democratic member from California. Typically, it will be a member in the minority party who exercises this option. Congressman Garcia's privileged motion was a vote to expel New York Representative George Santos from Congress. Yes or no? George Santos has been in the news a lot lately, so maybe you've heard of him. The Republican majority responded, and they countered with a similarly rare procedural move. In this case, the Republican side introduced what amounted to an amendment that overrode the original piece of legislation, the original privileged motion filed by Representative Garcia. So instead of voting to expel George Santos, the vote was now changed to sending the bill back to the Committee of Jurisdiction, which in this case is the Ethics Committee. One of the interesting and sometimes maddening things about how the House of Representatives operates is that the majority party really controls things. It's simple and it's very black and white. There is very little power sharing in the House, and this is a good example of that. A bill that was introduced by a Democrat was fundamentally changed by the Republicans. Seems a bit crazy, right? But that's how our founding fathers have designed it. When Democrats have at least 218 votes or seats in the House, they run things. And when Republicans have at least 218 seats in the House, they do. And they do now. But back to this vote. So remember, a yes vote sends it to ethics. A no vote means the bill goes nowhere. Members also have the opportunity to vote present, but that's also not terribly common. So, are you curious to know how it all turned out? 221 members voted yes, 204 members voted no, 7 members voted present, including all of the members of the Ethics Committee, plus me and 1 other member. And 3 members didn't vote at all. So now what? Well, the Ethics Committee had actually previously opened an investigation into George Santos, but then they closed it, citing the current legal proceedings that are filed against him. So there currently really is nothing happening in the committee on this particular topic. I have really strong feelings about all of this, as I'm sure that you can imagine, but this Inside Congress is a series about the ins and the outs of Congress, not where I stand on different issues before our country. So I'll leave it here for today. We do have many, many other vehicles for me to explain my thinking to you on different issues and different votes, including social media, our website, press releases, e-newsletters, and many more. So please check them out. So hopefully this has helped you to understand some of the very curious machinations that are behind the scenes and behind the curtains in Congress. I hope this has been a helpful episode of Inside Congress. I hope to see you at home, but until then, please be well and please be good to each other.